This Black Panther box has seen much better days. I found it at Ollie's. It must have been like wedged behind something for them to pull it out and then put it right back on the shelf. So I had to grab it. This is like a more classic version, which I think is pretty cool. So without further ado, because the box is already torn into, let's see if everything's here. Let's see if all the pieces are here, and let's just get into it. So it does seem like everything's there. I'm guessing this is the random leg, the random Build-A-Figure leg. And wouldn't you know, it is... Oh wait, is there something else on there? There's also a fist, an extra fist. I thought it was just a leg. All right, cool. But this is what I was looking for. This is Black Panther in here. We are going to take him free from this tissue paper and see what he's all about. Oh yeah, I really love the style of this Black Panther. It's so classic, and I like the fact that it's, right off the bat, I can tell it's a little more matte finished than it is glossy, which is something that's kind of interesting, something that I like seeing. But the matte finish almost makes it look a little more premium, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about, right? Because right in the back, you can see the light catching some of the back of his cape. That's a molded cape, it's not soft goods. And you can see what I'm talking about. Like this plastic is a lot shinier than this, but you can tell that it's like a more stealth. Now I'm already starting to fiddle around with this character and it's already feeling really good. There's double jointed knees, elbows, ankles are rocking back and forth. He's got some like ninja style toes there. And the claws, like the claw hands, are very, very expressive. There's a lot going on with this figure. It might seem simple on the surface. This is more of an exercise in posability, how dynamic the character can feel, with seemingly simple accessories. Because I guess the accessory is the cape that's already installed on the figure. So let's take a look at Black Panther here, top to bottom. We're gonna start with the head. We'll see how much movement he has, and there is a lot. Oh my gosh, he can look to the heavens above. That is something that I don't typically see too often in the G.I. Joe Classified series, especially when you have a character with like a cape that comes back, like one of those collar capes that go back. The fact that he can look up so much is incredible. I like that feature about him. Let's start at the shoulders. We are going to stretch these as far back as they go, and the butterfly joints are working phenomenally on this character. You can see that he can go into an attack pose, a very classic Panther-y pose. And then the double jointed elbows, he can pick his ears. Like he can clean his ears if he wanted to, or maybe stop hearing all of the crime happening. The crunch on the ab is great. You have just the smallest amount of this cording that keeps the cape, this like half cape, over his shoulders, which doesn't get in the way. It doesn't get in the way at all. And then we also have, wow, this is really amazing. We have the ability to kick straight out and then bend the knees all the way back. So, I mean, already this Black Panther is impressing me just in terms of those elements that I was looking for. The ability to be dynamic with him, the ability to be expressive with the poses. I am really, really excited to see what this is about because, I mean, if you've seen a few of the videos lately, like I like the concept of toy photography and stuff like that. I am by no means a master or good at it, but what I want to do is just get better or just enjoy it. So get some maybe interesting shots. Oh, wait a second. Remember that random leg that I thought, oh, there's an extra fist? It matches the Black Panther. So he does have a fist. So he can have one open claw and he can have one closed fist. I didn't realize that at first, but I'm glad I noticed that the lines on the gloves matched up. Is there another one? I don't think so. Where's the box? Where's the box? I need to make sure there's not two. He's supposed to have two. I love when we both learn things in the review together. So he does have two fists. That just means that this is even cooler, right? Because I wasn't expecting or anticipating more accessories. I realized that his fists were in with the random Build-A-Figure leg. So wow, okay, a lot more to go over with this figure. He's putting a lot of the ninjas to shame in the G.I. Joe Classified world already. So yeah, let's get some of those poses, and then we'll loop back up and I'll tell you my entire thoughts about this version of the Black Panther. Black Panther from the Attuma Build-A-Figure series is really, really impressive to me. Considering that I've been collecting just a ton of G.I. Joe classified figures, and for the most part, I've been impressed with some of their posability, some of their dynamic ranges and things like that. Then this version of the Black Panther comes along, and it completely reshapes what I thought is possible with modern action figures, specifically from this kind of base Hasbro look. Now granted, I know that not every action figure should be this posable, because there's also a lot of different body types. There's also just a lot of different takes and a lot of different storytelling that you'd want to do with a figure like this, but this shows what's possible. This shows what's possible, and for a figure that you would expect to be very cat-like, be very nimble, quick, agile, like this is what you're aiming for. This is what you want from a figure that does everything that a Black Panther should. I mean, it would be great if every single Hulk figure was this flexible or this dynamic, but honestly, when it comes to the Hulk, he is a more imposing figure, whereas you have these more nimble characters like Black Panther. Also, I mean, just to relate it back to some of the G.I. Joe stuff that I do, a lot of the ninjas, right? Like Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, we have Nunchuck now, a lot of just the colored name ninjas, right? The blue ninjas, the red ninjas, all that kind of stuff, right? Like, you want those characters to be a little more posable. You want them to be more flexible. I think we have a template now on how to do that extremely well with this version of the Black Panther. Really, my only gripe about this figure is a very minor one, because it's also minimized on the figure, and it's this molded cape. If this were a soft goods cape, slam dunk, home run, grand slam, it doesn't matter. Like, this would have been a, perfect figure, no notes. But this cape, while it doesn't get in the way all that much, it still poses a challenge sometimes when you are posing him. It's characters like this Black Panther that make me wonder if I shouldn't be a little more choosy with some of my action figure pickups. I like what I see here. This is a fantastic figure, even though he might not come across on camera all of that well. This is a fantastic figure, and it just goes to show that you don't need to be extremely flashy or have a million plus accessories to make a really good, exciting figure. But I want to hear from you. If you have this Black Panther action figure, what do you think? Is this the definitive version of Black Panther? Because I'm still relatively new to the whole Marvel Legends scene, and I want to know if there's other characters like this or similar, again, same name, right? Like, there's Black Panther's had so many costumes throughout the years. Please leave that in the comment section. That's really all I know about the Black Panther from the Attuma Build-A-Figure collection. If you like action figures, I got some of those. Actually, I got more of those, and then more of those down there. And if you just like action in general, I also talk a lot about blasters, because everything is action-packed. Action figures, blasters that fire projectiles. You got to take some action if you want to duck under those. You got to hit that follow button. You got to hit that subscribe button to get more videos in the future from me. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.